To celebrate reaching 5,000 subscribers, I'm turning one of my subscribers' ideas into a 3D printed sculpture. A while back, I made a post on both YouTube and Instagram asking people to submit their ideas. I screenshotted all of your suggestions and assigned each one a number. Let's generate a number, numéro 20. Let's see. A raven with a straw hat. That sounds so cute. I can definitely work with that, so let's get right into it. I started by making a bunch of little doodles in my sketchbook. The one on the top right was my favorite. I don't know where my head was at when I drew the one on the left, so we're just gonna ignore that and move on. So let's grab the iPad and launch Nomad Sculpt. I'll start by roughly blocking all the shapes so I can get the proportions right first, and then once everything is in place, I'll add more details. It also helps to work with a lower number of polygons, which is why the shapes look pixelated. It always looks a little questionable at this phase, but don't worry about it, we're gonna get there. When I'm done blocking all the shapes, I'll start adding more details and refine the sculpt until we get past the ugly face.
Hey, who are you calling ugly?
While I work on that, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, and to all of those who are subscribed and or leave nice comments. Y'all are always so kind. I love reading your comments. I can't believe there's more than 5,000 of you. That's a whole lot of people. My real-life job is graphic design, and making silly YouTube videos is the only time where I really get to make art for myself and without restrictions. I don't need to worry about client's budget or how many hours I can spend on a project or meet deadlines. I can take my time and have fun creating videos. That being said, not having deadlines also mean procrastinating on editing videos for 6 months. Oopsies. I do have a whole other video film already that I need to edit, so please peer pressure me into editing it. So let's make a deal. Every time someone leaves a comment on this video, I have to edit for 1 hour. Anyways, I'm done sculpting my little raven. She looks real cute. Oh, and let's not forget about the straw hat. It makes me think of Sophie Hatter from House Moving Castle, so I think I'll call her Sophie. Okay, let's get the sculpt ready for 3D printing. I've been having issues with my resin printer for a while now. I think I've resolved it since, but at the time I couldn't be bothered to deal with my machine, so I'll be using my dad's filament printer instead. So I prepped the file for 3D printing and got the print started. While we wait for that to print, I just want to let you know that if you'd like to print this for yourself, the files are available for free on my website. I'll add the link in the description. Roughly 4 hours later, the print is done. I'll get the hat print started, and while that's going, I can start working on Sophie.
Hey pal, you better subscribe to the channel or else.
The print came out a little stringy, but it's mostly around the supports, so let's remove them. There was this one long support that looked like a party hat. Should I actually make a party hat since we're celebrating 5,000 subscribers? Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind for later. I'm not a fan of the layer lines that come with filament printing, so I'm gonna try to fill them with a mixture of acrylic modeling paste and poly filler. I had such a hard time squeezing it out of the tube. Like, I was squeezing so hard, but barely any product was coming out. Maybe it's starting to dry out a little. Like, I swear, I'm not that weak. Anyways, I also added a bit of blue paint in there so I can better see where I applied the putty on the print. I covered the print in a thin layer of putty, trying to smooth it out as I go. Later, I watered it down a bit and applied it with a paintbrush, which made it go on so much better. Then I dried it off with a hairdryer on the low heat setting, applied a second coat, dried it off, and now it's ready for sanding. I'll try to sand it as smooth as I can. There were a few spots that were hard to reach even with the sanding pen, but I did the best I could. I didn't expect it to be as smooth as resin either, so I'm okay with a few rough spots. I do prefer how smooth resin is compared to filament printing, but filament printing is just so much easier. Normally, this is the part of the video where I'd head outside to prime my piece, but this is what outside looks like at the moment. For now, I'll just use Mod Podge because it's what I have on hand. In this little container is a mixture of Mod Podge and black paint that I'll use as a primer. This isn't the best solution, but it will help the paint stick to the plastic, so it's better than nothing. Sophie will only be a display piece. If this was a print that a child would play with, the paint would peel right off. If I had to choose between a good primer and a good paint, I would choose a good primer. You really don't need fancy paints to get a good result. I use all sorts of acrylic paints that I have laying around. Some are from the dollar store and some are higher quality acrylics. I actually prefer using my craft paints over my fancy acrylics. If you are using craft paints though, I'd recommend mixing in some acrylic medium. I find that it makes them go on a lot smoother and they stick to the print better too. I painted the beak a lighter color, same thing for the feet, so she wouldn't be completely black. Ravens are naturally very monochrome, so I tried using different shades on the beak, feet, and wings. This helps give the sculpt more dimension rather than just looking like a black blob. I painted the eyes black. Then I added a bit of gloss to make them pop. I actually had to go back and lighten her body a bit because the eyes weren't standing out enough. I also made the wings a little lighter so they stand out more. I think it looks a lot better now. Now Sophie just needs her hat. Speaking of hats, it's done printing. I removed the supports off camera, so let's jump right into painting. Similar to the black paint from earlier, I added some Mod Podge in my paint to help it stick better. I really do need to buy some primer for my airbrush. Let me know if you have any primer recommendations for 3D prints. When the paint was dry, I brushed on a bit of brown pastel to bring out the texture. And glued a piece of ribbon all around. So cute. With the ribbon, it's really giving Anne of Green Gables. I could totally use this for a doll too. Since this is a celebration video, let's make her a party hat. I gathered a bunch of craft supplies that had party hat potential. I have ribbons, colorful felt, and some pom-poms and beads. I didn't have a design in mind, I just wanted something colorful since Sophie's all black. I made a little cone with the light pink felt and glued a bead on top. For the brim of the hat, I cut out a little flower shape. And glued it to the cone. Let's make it extra whimsy by gluing beads all around. And as a final touch, I glued a small ribbon around the cone. I also made her a little bow tie and added a little shiny bead to match the hat. And that's it, she's ready to party. Let's see the final shots. So, what do you think? I think it looks pretty decent for a filament print. There's a few rough spots that I didn't sand down properly, but from afar she looks alright. I think she turned out really cute. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.